Travis Kelce decided he had one more year left in him. He signed a 3-year, $57 million deal, but it looks to be just a 1 year, and then we'll reassess. What do you think of the deal?
They can't keep getting away with it. No, actually, they are playing a very smart game. We see deferred contracts all the time, but essentially, this deal looks like clickbait when you really get into it with the 1 year aspect of it. Obviously, the rest of the contract being very incentives based. They have a cutoff date or so. True, Travis Kelce has always been a great tight end. Recently, he's been struggling. Obviously, I would say these last 2 years have been the worst of his career. So when you're looking at it from the 3 year standpoint, giving him the highest average salary of a tight end in NFL history looks a little bizarre. But I mean, I guess if anyone deserves it, it is him when you look at his career. I think, though, since his future is so up in the air, doing it like this, protecting them in a way, in terms of the salary cap, and I think it's a good signing for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it protects them for the future. And then also at the same time, whatever restructuring or structuring that they did, the cap is good for this year as well. So it's also positive for the future and positive for now. And at the end of the day, you were always going to re-sign him if you wanted to play
Yeah,
again. If he feels like he's ready, he's 36 right now. If he feels like he can play until he's 37, you might as well have it. I think it's a big culture thing for teams to re-sign some guys who are veterans and, not try to overpay too much, but, sometimes you get a legacy contract. I mean, that is what it is. But letting him walk if he really felt like he had more years left just feels like it would have been a disaster. And I thought he was like sharper this past year than
mhm.
he was in the previous year when the Chiefs made the run to the Super Bowl and lost to the Eagles. So at the very least, it felt like he at times had a bit of a resurgence, small resurgence. I would agree with you. He's certainly not where he was, certainly not like all pro level. But I mean, for a playoff run, I think right? We're kind of expecting him to rise to the occasion if the Chiefs make the playoffs this next year. What do you think? You don't think that he could rise to the occasion like that?
No, I mean, I definitely do. And obviously, like, when you look at the team as a whole, Patrick Mahomes has always kind of been in wide receiver hell a little bit outside of
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill days. Kelsey at 36 leading the team in targets, catches, yards. Like, he's still got a lot in the tank. Obviously, I'm biased and I hate them. But I guess, yeah, truthfully, as long as Mahomes is healthy, like, you can't really ever count them out of the playoffs. And it's true what you say about the legacy guys. I mean, we were talking, earlier. I mean, look at Levante David, who just, retired today and stuff. I mean, 14 years with one team. It's impressive no matter what. And for a guy to like end his career not on a team like that, like with what's happening with Mike Evans and stuff. I mean, towards the end of his career, like, you might as well just resign him. For Mike Evans to go out and play with San Francisco. I know I always talk about the Broncos on here, but I am partially a Bucks fan. We tend to forget that.
Well, I
And
mean,
Bracker,
yeah, I'm a full-time Bucks fan,
yeah,
and it hurt. I was sad to see it. Like, you just don't like expect loyalty like either way because it is just a business at the end of the day. But whenever you see it, like with Travis Kelce and the Chiefs, like he's undoubtedly like never going to play on a different team in the NFL,
yeah,
and that's actually really cool to see because you just don't really see it. I mean, I like how you mentioned the Patrick Mahomes being a wide receiver hell. They're going to have to figure out what exactly they want to do with their receiving core this upcoming year. I'm assuming they're going to go to the draft again and try to like manage that situation and see if they can hit on somebody, have a home run, maybe take another look and see if there's any decent vets out there that can, give them some catches down the season. Brandon Cooks is always an option. He worked super well for the Bills. So I mean, even just looking at that, and then they'll probably have to play two tight ends, just like they kind of did last year. Travis Kelce will certainly you don't want him to lead the team in targets, but they'll
mhm,
have to figure it out, and he'll still be a great weapon, and he'll definitely draw plenty of defenses his way, no matter what. Even because you always have the chance that he could go off in any sort of game. Because I think he's Travis Kelce, he's a Hall of Fame tight end.
yeah.
This does bring me to the next part, though, and that is his career's coming to an end. He's got 3 rings. Where are we ranking him all time among tight ends? Got Gronk, got Tony
Yeah.
Gonzalez, Shannon Sharp, all time older ones.
Yeah. Hmm. I mean, I don't think anyone gets past Gronk. Even if like Kelsey exceeds him in stats and stuff, prime Gronk was dominant. Like that's prime Shaq out there, you know. That's just me personally. His combo with Brady was just like so good, but so is Kelsey's. I would
Yeah, Kelsey's peak. I mean,
yeah,
it is up there. Like with Patrick Mahomes, like felt like he had a whole nother like kind of extra bump in his
yeah,
career. He was really good with Alex Smith, but like
yeah,
or Patrick Mahomes coming into play like really elevated it, and he could do some stuff. I mean, they both have a ton of winning to their name, and I think that helps them both. I think Tony Gonzalez, like for his entire career, like the super long stretch that he had, kind of separates him from these two guys, like a
yeah,
little bit in that respect. But Kelsey now being 36, like, and he's gonna still play, still rack up some of those all-time numbers. I know, the game's a little different now, but that's something definitely like to his favor. And then
yeah,
Shannon Sharp kind of like almost remade the position in his era. Like I feel like that needs to mention. Antonio Gates as well, like kind of recently, but I would still put Travis Kelce above him. And I, I don't know. I mean, I would probably be either he's probably 2 or 3 all time. Pretty
yeah.
solidified.
I would. I'd say two. I'd say two. And then Shannon third. That's a little bit of bias.
And then you
But
got Tony Gonzalez fourth.
yeah,
All
I'd
right. I
say
mean, that's fair. I'm not gonna go 2 against that. I just feel like Tony Gonzalez was like the peak.
yeah,
Like when he was playing. He had those years with the Falcons, he was still really productive. But yeah, regardless, Travis Kelce's first ballot? First ballot.
yeah.
First
Has
ballot. Okay.
he
Yeah.
has to.